All right. So now we've got it. We've got it. We've got it. We are live and in living color everywhere. Good deal. All right. So if you could, Sugar, do me a favor on this tablet, if you can pull up YouTube and just make sure that it went there. And then let me just see who we got on Facebook. So I know we got a bunch of people in the room. Tawana says legacy. Eloy says, from Monroe, North Carolina. Drew Moore, all right, invited. All right, good deal, good deal, good deal. Natalie Holiday is in the building. All right, here we go, here we go. All right, for those who do not know me, I am H. Cortez, also known as the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur. And I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategies to working men and women all over this great nation of ours. It's truly an honor, privilege, and a blessing. They're on the table right there, Sugar. It's an honor and a privilege really to come to you each and every morning is what I usually do. But right now, this is a late night session, and I want to talk to you about a family empire, building a family business. I'm gonna try not to move around too much because I realize that these cameras have autofocus and that kind of puts me in and out. But basically, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're tuning in. I'm glad you're thinking about your legacy because you know what the running joke is for Black folks, right? Black folks plan for Saturday night, right? Other cultures are planning for 3, 4, 5 generations down the road, and Black folks are planning for Saturday night. Well, not you, because you're here to learn about the perfect family business for us here in America and abroad. If you understand the concepts and precepts, they could be used and applied by any and everybody. So let's get to it. First and foremost, I want to get 2 things out of the way right away. What we do as far as a business is concerned is not free. The company that I'm going to be talking to you about is called MyEcon, right? It's a Black-owned company out of Atlanta. It's a personal financial success company, and they teach wealth building principles and strategy specifically aimed at working class people, right? If you like what you see here today, it will cost you $9.95 to get started, then $34.95 per month to maintain your business. Now, I think that is popcorn and peanut money, but I'm okay if you're going to make me work to show you the value of the $34.95. So that's the name of the game. MyEcon, again, is a personal financial success company. If you follow me, a lot of people always talk to me about the knowledge that I bring. And they're like, dude, you got all of this information on building wealth. It cost me $35 a month. Right? So I know that some people don't like monthly fees and things of that nature. So I want to give it to you right up front. So if you want to exit the building stage left, I have no problem with that. I get it. Not everybody is willing to invest in themselves to make a transformation in their lives permanently, which is what tonight is going to be all about. The second thing that you have to understand is the type of business model that works best for people who are working jobs And I know this is going to blow a lot of people out of the water, but I'm okay with that because if you don't have an open mind, then chances are you're going to stay stuck where you are. The business model that we're going to talk about today is multi-level marketing, right? A lot of people just flat out can't stand it. I don't know if you had a bad experience with it, somebody pressured you into one, whatever the case is that caused you to feel the way you feel about multi-level marketing. I get it. And I'm not here to dispute that. I'm not here to say that you were not wrong. And I'm just here to say that, hey, this business model flat out works, and it probably is the perfect family business when you add to it the reason why every working American should have a home-based business in their wealth building portfolio. So I like to get this out of the way up front because I don't want you to stick around for a presentation and then you find out it's an MLM and you're like, I wasted my time. Or you stick around too long and then you find out it's going to cost you something to build wealth, right? Believe it or not, some people believe that they're going to be able to build wealth at no cost. They believe that they're not going to have to invest anything whatsoever to build wealth. This is what some people believe. Now, I'm not saying that's you, but some people believe that they can build wealth without changing their mindset and without investing into themselves or into some sort of business enterprise. So I like to get that out of the way right up front. That way, if you're here and that's not what you're here for, then all life is time. The last thing I want to do is waste any of your time, and I certainly don't want to waste any of my time either. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. But here's why working class people should have a home-based business in their wealth building portfolio, right? Most people don't know this about America, but how you make your money in America determines how you're taxed in America, right? So if you make your money with a W-2, or in other words, a job, you're taxed the absolute most. If you make your money with a 1099 or a business, when you factor in all the things that you can write off as a business owner, you're taxed a little bit less. And then when you make money with money as an investor, you're taxed least of all. So what do those taxes look like? For most working class people, it's 28 to 33%. When you write off everything that's available to you as a business owner, the net effect is about 18 to 23%. And when you're making money with money as an investor, it's less than 15%. So that's significant, because if you, in fact, understand that your largest expense is taxes, then what most people tend to try to do is they're trying to figure out how to budget a little bit better. A lot of people are trying to figure out how to cut some things out of their life. Well, one of the biggest things you should be trying to figure out is your tax situation. See, we all know that wealthy people don't pay a lot of taxes. We all know that businesses don't pay a lot of taxes. But at the same time, we're not really focused on trying to become wealthy or trying to become a business owner so that we can minimize our taxes. Well, for $9.95, you can get started in your own business, which I think is a perfect family business. I will show you why in a second. But for $9.95, you can start a home-based business with us. Then $34.95 per month. Again, popcorn and peanut money. But here's why that's significant. The IRS says that 8 out of 10 people have their W-4 form filled out incorrectly. That's the form that you filled out on your job, and it tells your boss or your employer how much money to withhold from your paycheck, right? Now, these are not my numbers. This is, the IRS says 8 out of 10 people are overpaying taxes because they filled this form out wrong. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to help you understand how to fill this form out correctly. Second thing, because you have a home-based business, now you can fill out page 2 of this form to reflect that you have a business, and Uncle Sam will take less money out of your check. Now, tell me this. How many of you guys realized there was a page 2 to the W-4? I will be perfectly honest. Until I started learning from these guys, I had no idea that the W-4 form had 2 pages. I thought it just had that little top part and that little certificate at the bottom, and I put down how many kids I got, and that was it. Well, no, there's more to that form than that, and we teach you how to do that. And when we teach you how to do that, the average person will bring home an extra $200 to $600 per month in their take-home pay every single month based on this one strategy alone. So, am I earning my $9.95 yet? Because I want to make sure that you feel comfortable that I'm giving you value and how this whole thing comes together. I have a few of my business partners online, a few of the people that I coach and that I work with in this business. What I want you to do is I want you to put the dollar amount that your pay increased when you use our very first strategy. For me, myself personally, it was $270 per month. So if you're on the line and you're already part of the Black Wealth Movement, you're already part of the My Econ Network, I want you to do for our guest tonight, I want you to put the dollar amount in that your pay increase from this first strategy as a little testimony. So those of you who are in the webinar room, go ahead and please type that in the chat. If you're on Facebook checking us out live, type that in the chat as well so that we can go ahead. And I want to shout out some of these testimonies. So Michael Mason says $376 per month came back into his household. when we helped him with this strategy. Let's see, Latasha says $300 a month for her when we helped her with this strategy, right? Who else do we have? 270 for me, 376 for Michael, 300 for Latasha. Bethany said $300 a month pay increase for her. Cassandra said first increase was 150 plus per her every 2 weeks, so 300 a month. Robert Skippert says $230 per month was his increase. So you guys, am I starting to earn the $35? See, you start a home-based business and you get educated on how to bring more money back into your household. See, our first strategy is called cash flow management. See, Black people in America don't have a get money problem. See, we some of the money gettingest people on this planet. That's not our problem. We don't have a problem getting money. We have a cash flow problem in the sense that too much of our cash is always flowing away from us. So what this company is very, very, very good at is teaching you how to get this money to flow back to you. And the first place that we check is with Uncle Sam. Let us check and see for $9.95. Let us first check and see if your W-4 form is filled out correctly. Secondly, let us see that now because you have a home-based business with us, let us help you fill out page 2 so that you can get more of your money in your take-home pay and increase that paycheck. In essence, you're giving yourself a pay raise $200 to $600 per month. And that's right at average, 376, 300, 150, 150 every 2 weeks. So that's 300 a month, 230, 270 for me, 383 for Bethany on Facebook. So that the average is about $300, $400, $500 per month coming back into your household. Now, here's why I said this is the perfect business for Black people in America. How do we make our money as Black people? Most of us make it with a job. Because we're making it with a job, we're paying the most in taxes. That's number one. Number two, Black people are drowning in debt. So how does debt and taxes work hand in hand? Well, when you're overpaying your taxes and you're bringing home 2/3 of your check, then chances are you're going to go borrow money to get back up to your gross, right? So what we're going to show you how to do is once we put you in business, we correct the W-4 first, fill out page 2 of the W-4 second, and that can bring a $200 to $600 pay raise into your life by next pay period. Now, let's start attacking some of those challenges that Black people are facing here in this country. This $200 to $600 per month, and I say Black people because that's, you know, I study my own people because I'm trying to help us get out of it. But if you work a job, I don't care who you are. If you work a job, I don't care who you are, you pay more taxes than anybody else on the planet. So you too need to understand these strategies, whether you're black, white, Mexican, doesn't matter. Your background is how you make your money in this country determines where you're going to end up on the financial spectrum. That's just how it goes. So $9.95 puts you in business. That business then allows you to get an increase in your take-home pay. What are you going to do with that increase in your take-home pay? You're going to use that to eliminate debt. See, if you got an extra $200 to $600 coming into your household every single month, it's going to be very tempting for you to allow your lifestyle to increase because you got a little bit of increase in your check. But wealthy people, I did a study on self-made millionaires. And one of the 7 rules of a self-made millionaire is to avoid lifestyle creep. And I was like, what is lifestyle creep? It's every time your pay increases, you get a promotion, you get a little raise, win the lottery, get some money from the boat or whatever you get a little extra money. And every time you do that, you increase your lifestyle just a little bit. Get a little pay raise, increase your lifestyle. Get a promotion, increase your lifestyle. Wife, get a new job, get more money, increase your lifestyle. Get a little side hustle going, increase your lifestyle. If you can avoid lifestyle creep with this extra $200 to $600 and instead use that money to eliminate your debt, then you will ultimately start freeing up the money that you need to start investing, right? So we're going to encourage you to take this extra $200 to $600 a month, eliminate your debt with it. If you put an extra $400 on your card note, that thing is going to disappear. We've got testimonies out the wazoo of people who did that, right? Bethany is on the line, and she paid her card note off a whole year early because she said, wait a minute, I got a few extra dollars. I adjusted my W-4. That brought some money back. Why do I pay my card note as scheduled? I'm going to pay them the regular card note and take this extra $333 or $383, whatever it was. I'm going to give them that too and pay this card note off early. Is that making sense? Am I earning my $9.95 to get started and my $35 per month? Right? So then while you're eliminating your debt, you might as well go ahead and look at your expenses. I want you to do something. I want to challenge you to do something. Over the next couple of weeks, this Christmas holiday, I want you to pull out your bank statements. And I want you to go over your bank statements line by line and see where your money is actually going. Now, we all think that we know where we think we know where our money is going. We wanted to say it's going, and so, but your bank statements will tell you where it's actually going. I had $100 a month coming out of my bank account every month for some things that I was subscribed to that I couldn't even log into anymore. $100 a month. Now, here's the thing about that. I can go and look back at the number of statements, and it can tell me exactly what that dollar a month was over time. What I cannot do, though, is go and look at the amount of lost revenue that I missed out on because I was not using that 100 to pay off debt, or I wasn't using that money to invest. See, what if that whole 12 months, 13 months, or whatever, however long that money was bleeding from my account? What if I had that $100 a month going into an investment account? I can't even calculate the amount of money that I lost because that money would still be making money for me today. Then we have a credit education program called the Smart Money Kit that you can use to fix your credit score. And some people say, Cortez, how does credit help cash flow management? It's simple. You got a $500 card note. Well, when you got the car, maybe your credit was less than perfect, but now your credit is 750 plus. You go back and refinance a loan, they break your payment down from 500 to 250. You just increase your cash flow by $250 per month. But here's what a smart person would do. I'm already used to pulling $500 a month out of my budget for a car note. So I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to send them the $250, the new payment, and then I'm going to say, thanks for refinancing me, but you still getting $500 every month. And I'm going to put the extra $200 directly on the principal. How soon will that card note disappear? So good credit can lead to better cash flow. That's why we give you the Smart Money Kit included in our $34.95 monthly business opportunity. Have I earned my $35? Is this worth $35 per month right here? We stopped the presentation right here, and you can start a business for $35 a month. And I showed you that you can get a pay raise on your job, use our software to eliminate your debt, minimize your expenses, and use our credit education program to fix your credit. Is that worth $35? Who agrees? Anybody agree that's worth $35? Or do you guys gonna put me to work tonight? I gotta keep working to earn that $35. Okay, so Myra says agreed. Rochelle says agreed. Tony Carter says agreed. Anybody else? I don't see anybody Facebook agreeing with me. Are we in agreement that, hey, I already gave you $35 worth of value? Because now that you have a business, you're gonna be able to keep the increase, right? So I see some hearts and some thumbs up. I believe they're saying that's agreement on Facebook. So Donovan said agreed. Jacqueline King said agreed. Okay, Robert Skipper said agreed. Keenan said yes, worth it. Kathy said agreed. Eloy said agreed. Okay. So we're good. We're tracking. Okay, so now I can present the rest of this with house money, so to speak. Right? They say if you go to the boat or you go to the gambling house, you gamble a little bit and you win. Now you can gamble a little bit freer because you're not gambling with the mortgage no more. So you guys already agreed it's worth $35. So anything else I share with you is extra, right? All right, so let's get into it. That's just the beginning, though. That's the tip of the iceberg. So here's the deal. This is worth $35 already, but we're gonna let you get started for $9.95. It's normally $35 to start, but we're having a special holiday promotion, $9.95. All right, so you get started in business, and we said that taxes is your number one bill, your number one expense. So we just showed you one way that we're gonna minimize your taxes. Here's the other way that you're gonna minimize your taxes. Anybody out here got a cell phone bill that they're gonna pay whether they join us tonight or not? Right? Anybody out there got an internet bill that whether you decide to run with us or run from us, you're going to pay that internet bill next month, whether you join us or not, right? Whether you join us or not, whether you start a business somewhere else or not, you're going to put miles on your car, whether you join us or not, right? Come on. I mean, these are regular, everyday expenses, right? Whether you partner with us or not, you're going to feed yourself. You're going to entertain yourself, catch a movie, go out, parks, whatever. You're going to do that whether you join or partner with us or not, right? Chances are, if you're not traveling for this holiday, chances are you're going to travel at some point in the next 12 months. Yes or yes, right? What about those little people that run around in your house calling you mama and daddy? You going to take care of a few of them? I got 5 of them whippersnappers, so those jokers are expensive, right? So whether or not you partner with us or walk away from us, you're going to take care of your kids. Right? So what's the difference between you partnering with us or not? These bills ain't going away. Now, we can't make them go away either if you partner with us. So that's not what I'm selling you, right? But I will tell you this, just by having a home-based business, now you make all of these expenses, even the kids, partially tax deductible. Anybody excited about a tax deductible lifestyle? Do me a favor. If you don't even know what that means, but it sounds good to you, I want you to type tax deductible lifestyle in the chat. See, I learned from my mentor, if I keep asking you to type stuff in the chat, then I could get a swig of water. See, partnering with us, you have a business. See, this is a strategy that nobody's teaching black folks. Nobody's teaching working class people this at all, right? This is a strategy nobody's teaching working class people. Start a home-based business. Increase your take-home pay because you have a home-based business. Now transform some of the bills that you're going to pay month in and month out into legal, legitimate, ethical tax write-offs. Right? Ayana says, I know you, but there's never enough, right? There's never enough, right? Tax deductible lifestyle, right? 3 kids, $6,350 each. That's 19 grand per month that you can write off, right? So I want as many tax write-offs as I can get. So these are some of the most common. Business use of your home is common. Business use of your vehicle is very common. Meals and entertainment is very common. What else is business travel is very common, and wages to your children is very common, but it's very, very rarely talked about. And the way this works is I can put my children to work in my business, and instead of giving them allowance, I give them a salary. Allowances aren't tax deductible, but salaries are. Allowances are not tax deductible, but salaries are. So when I pay my children from my business account, I get to write that off. And then they take the money because they're under 17. I'm still the custodial parent on their accounts. I still dictate what they do with that money. Right? So Lee Wilson says labor laws. No labor laws involved because they're my children. So give you an example. And this is how, I'm glad you brought that up, Lee. No labor laws involved. How many of you guys have ever gone into an Asian restaurant or a beauty supply store and one of their children is behind the register taking your order? Anybody ever seen that before? You go into the Asian restaurant, and in St. Louis, we call them Chinamen. We are known nationally and internationally for our Chinamen, right? St. Louis got the best Chinamen. And that might not be politically correct, but that's what we're known for. But you go into those, sometimes you go into those Asian restaurants, you go into the beauty supply chains and things of that nature, and they have one of their children working the register. There's no labor laws against you hiring your children and teaching your children entrepreneurship at an early age. But we have historically been taught to fear the IRS, and out of fear, you don't do the proper things that you should to educate yourself. So what we do is we teach you what the IRS requires in order for you to legally pay your children in business. For instance, my children have a contract between my company and them. As the parent, I have to sign off on that contract. My children are on payroll. They get a check from my business account. That makes sense? My children, I have to have a W-9 form on file for my children. I have to have some other forms filed for my children. So we teach you how to do it correctly. There's nothing wrong with that. Other coaches have been doing this for years and years and years. We're just getting a hold of this information, and we're the ones that want to teach it to the masses, right? So now, this is icing on the cake, right? You guys already said the first strategy, cash flow management, was worth $35. Then we're going to give you the tools, then the software and the education that you need to pull off the second strategy. And then, because our business is financial education, every time you introduce someone to our business, you're going to be able to make a referral bonus during our holiday promotion of anywhere from $1 to $8 per month. And I'm going to show you how and why this is the perfect business for a family to do together. So just bear with me 1 second, right? So now you started a home-based business. You got yourself an increase in your take-home pay, but you didn't let lifestyle creep happen. You took that increase and you used it for debt elimination, paid off the car early, paid off those student loans, paid off the credit card bills, the furniture bills, anything you got that's in debt. You got rid of that stuff because you got some extra money to play for the principal. See, most people, when it comes to debt, are only paying for that which manages the debt. See, we pay the interest only for the most part. We rarely pay into the principal. So now we're going to free up some extra money because you have a home-based business and finally start paying into that principal so the debt actually disappears. That's strategy one, cash flow management. Now look at our expenses. See where our money is getting away from us and bring it back into the household so we can accelerate the debt elimination. Then we're going to work on our credit. So if we do have to borrow money, we borrow money at the least cost possible. Make sense? Cash flow management. Then, because we're in a business that teaches financial strategies, we're going to teach you how to write off your lifestyle as much as possible and within reason. Right? You can't write everything off. Some people say, hey, I got a home-based business, so I write off my whole house. You can't write off your whole house because that means you're saying that you use your whole house for business. And that's impossible because you got to live somewhere. You got to use the bathroom. You got to have a kitchen. So, but you can write off a percentage of the things that you're paying for every single month. And because you have monthly residual bills, does that not make sense for you to have some monthly residual income? That's why this is a perfect business. Now, the reason that we're taking you through cash flow management and tax minimization through writing off your lifestyle is so you can ultimately free up your money so you can start investing. right? So what are we talking about investing in? That part don't even matter, right? So we're going through cash flow management, minimizing our taxes, building some residual income through a referral-based business that teaches financial education so that we can ultimately free up some money that we can start investing. So people always say, invest in what? Whatever you want to. What's stopping you from investing right now? You're scared and you don't have money. Well, if you go through our cash flow management process, that's going to allow you to free up the money. Once you got the money, before you start investing, now that you got some money, I bet you before you invest a dime, you're going to start learning about how investments work. And guess what? We teach you that too. So if you wanted to invest in paper assets, stocks and bonds, that's fine. If you want to invest in other private equity businesses, cryptocurrencies, gold, real estate, collectibles, the investment of what you can do with your money, there's no shortage of people on the planet that can help you with that piece. Who's helping you free up the money so that you have something to invest? That's the problem. Who's helping to educate you on how investments work so you know what kind of returns to expect if you're going to build wealth long term? That's what we do. $35 a month for a financial education. We just throw a business opportunity in there on the top, right? We just throw in a business for you just because, right? But that's a financial education. So are you guys tracking? Are you guys understanding that, hey, this is something that my family needs? Is everybody in agreement that my whole family needs to be on this webinar? You guys ready to see how we can transform or help you to see? You ready to see that how we can make this work for a family? Is that cool? Everybody ready to see how we can do this and make sure Big Mama is straight? Big Mama been taking care of everybody in the family her whole life. And now Big Mama is in her golden years and she's still working. Anybody want to see how we can help Big Mama get some real money in her pocket? Yeah, creating capital is a way of life. But a lot of people, especially working class people, believe that a job is the only place to get income. Too many people believe that if I'm going to create capital or increase income, then I need to have a job give me a raise, or I need to go back to school and get a degree to get a different level of job and to increase my income. No, knowledge is the key. Education is just the way in which we transfer that knowledge. So let's talk about how we're going to make this work for an entire family. Talk a little bit about how my econ pays out. Right? And I'm just going to share some numbers with you. Now, this is not a guarantee of income. This is not an income claim to say that you're going to make this type of money. I don't know you. I don't know if you work hard or that kind of thing, but I'm going to show you the potential of what you could do with this. So I'm going to put my 995, 34, 95 back up here, right? And then I'm going to put MBG. Anybody know what MBG stands for? Right? Let me erase that so I can do that better. Let me do that better. Because I want you guys to know that this thing goes beyond just making a few extra dollars, man. We're trying to do something really phenomenal. So I know this thing just gets better and better, right? Because you already said our number one strategy was worth $35 a month. Then we added on top of that a strategy and a way that you can make some money by teaching a strategy. Then we're going to give you investment education so you can learn how to get double-digit returns on your money. On top of that, man, the cost is phenomenal, but there's a 100% money back guarantee. If you get started for $9.95 and we can't transform your finances in the first 30 days and you cancel, I'll PayPal you your $10 back. Is that fair? Is that fair? Because I want to ease your mind about how wonderful this program is, because I know you see a lot of hype, you see a lot of psych, you see a lot of fluff, you see a lot of people doing a lot of talking using real big words, all of that stuff. You get all that. All right, we get that. This ain't that, y'all. If you feel like there's hype coming from me, that's just because I'm excited. But I'm not trying to gas you up. What I want you to know is that we're losing in this game called life because we don't understand financial principles, period. Whether you get the financial principles from me or you get them from somebody else, just get them. Whether you pay $35 a month to get them or you pay $300 a month to get them, just get them. I was doing a presentation the other day, just yesterday, as a matter of fact, and I talked to a gentleman. I said, man, don't you wish somebody would have taught you this at 19 years old? And he said, absolutely, man. If I had known this at 19 years old, I'd have been great. But you know what? He didn't sign up. He said, I wish somebody would have taught me this when I was 19 years old, and he didn't sign up for the program. Now, the reason I bring that up, because as we were talking and going through the program, he mentioned that he had a 19-year-old son. Now, let me get this straight. I share with you a financial education opportunity that you wish you had known when you were 19, but you didn't. As a result, your life is whatever your life is. But the same information you wish you had known when you were 19 is available for both you and your 19-year-old son to get right now. So I get it when people don't get it, but at the same time, I don't get it. I get it that some people just won't get it, but at the same time, I don't get it. Figure that one out, right? So how do we make this work as a family business? The way my econ works is they want everybody to be wealthy. So as a result of wanting everybody to be wealthy, they make this a program very affordable, and then they pay you commissions for helping teach other people how affordable this program is. Make sense? So here's how we can make this work as a family. And I want you guys to really think about this, because this ain't a lot of money, y'all, but it can literally transform your life if you apply it to, if you just apply the strategies to your life, you agree that it's going to be transformative, right? Just this, I haven't even showed you how we make money with this system yet. But you guys agree that just working the strategies will transform your life. Do you agree? I'm gonna wait on this one. Do you agree that whether you could make money with this program or not, the education alone, after 15 years of applying the strategies of getting out of debt and investing, you're gonna be straight just because of that? Does everybody agree? Can I get an amen on that one? Agree. The Lord said, I agree. Agree. So we haven't even talked about the business part of it and how the money works and if this opportunity is lucrative or not. I just want you to see that whether you decide to really build a business or not, you need this membership for the strategies alone, right? But here's why I get excited, because I'm doing this for my mom right now. My mom, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, had a stroke, left her partially paralyzed, so she can't work. She gets like $900,000, $1,016 or something a month to try to live off of, right? So when I got into this program, I said, well, I need to start really learning how this thing works so I can get my money right. And then I started looking at the compensation plan and how it works. I said, well, wait a minute. If I get really good at building this thing, I can just build a team for my mom and she don't have to do nothing and she can just earn some residual income. And my mentor was like, yeah, if you want to. So here's how it works. This is Big Mama. In my case, this is Ann B. That's my mama, Ann B. Right? So Ann B can get started in this business, and she doesn't pay for anything, by the way. I just put her in. I said, Ma, I need your social. I'm gonna set something up for you. And she said, cool. So I set her up and I put this on one of my bank cards and it just pays for itself for her. And she just collects a little money, right? So this is Big Mama. Right now, we have 4 weeks where our holiday promotion and this opportunity is gonna be $9.95 for the next 4 weeks. So imagine this. This is Big Mama. And I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? I use whole numbers because I'm not that great in math, but I know how to add a zero and take a zero away. So that kind of keeps me straight, right? So we're gonna say that over the next 5 days, because when you share our short video with people and they see this, you can share this with enough people over the next 5, 6, 7 days, you can introduce 10 people to what we're doing and they're gonna love it, right? So Ann B, Big Mama, whoever this is in your life, now, technically, this could be my oldest sister, Angela, then Valerie, my brother, Cedric, my sister, Tiffany, right? This could be family, right? But it's not, and it's all good because I see the potential and the power of this thing. I said, Mom, don't worry. Just give me a little time to work on what I'm working on and you're going to be all right. But some of you guys, if this is Big Mama, this could be all of your mother and all of her brothers and sisters, all of the people who live in Big Mama house for free. So we might get a little deep here in a second. I might need to stop right here. This could be Big Mama, and this could be all of those jokers that's living in or have lived in at some point or another in Big Mama's house for free, right? So what the company is going to do when Big Mama, for every 3 people that Big Mama gets on her account, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. For every 3 people that gets in business with Big Mama because they love our strategies, the company is going to send a $100 check to Big Mama in February for every 3 people, right? So right now at 10, Big Mama, Big Mama, you said, one of you guys said, hey, we're going to do this. Big Mama comes on board. 10 of the family members come on board with Big Mama because they owe Big Mama, right? And now Big Mama didn't do nothing, but Big Mama got a $300 check coming, right? Now, all of these family members, they're independent business owners. So if they want to do what Big Mama did, we're going to say that all of these people did 10x, 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 10x. That actually looks like a Y. 10x, 10x. So when all of these people found out that, hey, just because we did this and we're putting this in place for Big Mama now made $300. He said, yeah, our company pays very well for telling people what it is that we do. So these people said, you know what? I want to go and get me a $300 check. Right? So all of these people went and got 10. Right? So 10 times 10 naturally is 100. So Big Mama started with 10 times 10, 100. Right? All of these people could do the same thing. And this can happen, guys. We've seen this happen with our company during our holiday promotion, where people literally put 1,000 people in this program in 1 month's time. These people do the same thing. They all go in 10x times 10, $1,000. So what does that mean for Big Mama? That means that Big Mama will get paid $8 per person. And Big Mama will get an $8,000 monthly residual. $8,000 monthly residual will be coming to Big Mama because of this program. Now, you guys agree that everybody in your family need a financial education? You guys agree that everybody in your family needs a home-based business so they can minimize their taxes? You guys agree that everybody in your family needs to start making some extra money so they can start pulling their weight? Right? And that a very doable number. Now, this is not an income claim. Again, this is not a guarantee. We don't do that. You have to come in here and you have to put your own work in, man. You have to make this thing work, right? So, what I want you to see is Big Mama deserve that, right? Does Big Mama deserve that in her golden years? Because what is Big Mama doing right now with her limited income? Big Mama right now has limited income, and what is she doing with it? Right now, she's taking care of somebody's kids, right now. And she's been doing it her whole life. And she's still, with limited income, can't work, pulling money out of her pocket, taking care of somebody's babies, putting a roof over some grown person's head. Y'all want to make sure y'all put them grown folks to work in something like this so that Big Mama can finally get her due. Right? Now, here's what's crazy. And I hesitate to even show this, man, because here's what's crazy. All 10 of these people, if they hustle really hard, could put 1,000 people in this thing each. That means any one of these 10 can set up an $8,000 a monthly residual for themselves. Yep, that's what Big Mama doing, giving to everyone else right now, even with her limited income, right? So if Big Mama is doing this in a couple weeks and this is set up, what is these 10 people gonna say? Wait a minute, because we went out here and really helped a bunch of people get their finances in order and start to understand how the money game is played in America, we set up an $8,000 monthly residual for Big Mama. Well, shoot, what I got to do to set up my own monthly residual? You just need to talk to a few more people. They can all independently go out and do this themselves. If all 10 of these people did this themselves, we can just add another 0 for Big Mama. You see why I said this is the best family business that one could build? You see why I said this is the best family? Because first of all, if we're going to build, we need to be able to build something that's going to be able to grow over time, that we're not going to have to, that we can't afford to walk away from our jobs. That's one. So we need to be able to build businesses that will allow us the ability to maintain our income on our jobs, but still do something that's going to allow us to earn some leveraged income for once in our lives. Right? We need to do something or get paid for something. Uh-oh, somebody must be calling. Your phone down on us, Sugars. Looks like your Facebook app closed on us. Can you come back and just set up a stream for me real quick? Let's go live here. I'll put a title on it. We lost our Facebook crowd, and they were really getting into it. So I want to try to bring them back on real quick. Your phone, your Facebook app closed. So just go live again, if you will. But yeah, so that's what we have the potential to do, right? So don't worry about it. We'll just close out and we'll just go back and get with all of those people. Yeah, but your app died, so it killed the stream. So you'd have to go and do another live stream. So let me just send them a message real quick. Yeah, just hit the go live button. All right, so it looks like we're back on, but I just want to, for those who won't jump back on this stream, just let them know to get back with the person who invited you. All right. All right. So let me see. My bad, y'all. Had no idea. This is so I'm duct taping some stuff together because Facebook kind of shut me out a little earlier. I did a stream that went way too long, and they didn't like that. It was like, dude, what are you doing? All right, so hopefully everybody jumps back on, and I'm just going to share this to my page. All right. Cool. So that's it, man. Really, you guys got any questions before we tap out? So this could happen this month, right? So we get you in a business. That business will allow you to minimize your taxes. You take the tax savings, you use that to eliminate your debt. Once your debt is gone, we educate you on how investments work so you can start investing for your long-term future. And if you're bold enough to share this with enough people, you can set something up like this for yourself, for your mom, for your grandma, for whoever, and start building a team under them, and that will literally pay them and you. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So you guys know it's $9.95 to start, $34.95 per month. All you have to do is get in touch with the person who shared this video with you. Let them know that you're ready to get started. We have everything that you need to explode this as a business. And if you just want to use it for yourself and personal use, we also have everything that you need: the software, the training, the education, the webinars like this, the training program, everything that you need to learn how to implement these strategies in your life is there for you. Everything you need. All you have to do is plug into it. It's 3 things that you need to have if you want to make this work for you, strategy-wise or business-wise. Number 1, you have to have some ambition, period. See, if you don't have any ambition, then when life gets tough, you're going to give up on these strategies, and you're just going to go back to trying to make it work, make your life work best as you can. So you got to have some ambition. Number 2, you've got to be coachable. Got to be coachable. You have to learn something new if you're going to have something different in your life. I think everybody agrees with that. You're not going to get any, if the you that you are right now could make you wealthy, you'd already be wealthy. If the person that you are right now was remotely capable of making you wealthy, you would already be wealthy. Problem is, we have to come to terms with the fact that the person I am right now is not capable of making me wealthy. I'm going to have to become someone else. That means the books you read will have to change. The places you go will have to change. The people you hang around will have to change so you could change. Is that making sense to anybody? So if you're here and you're seriously ready to get started, I want you to comment who invited you out and I'm ready. So give me that person's name and just say I'm ready, so that they are aware and they can get you what you need to get started. Any guests still here hanging out on Facebook, on YouTube, or in the webinar room to say, you know what? This just makes all the sense in the world to me. I'm ready. Is that anybody here? Comment with the person's name. Just say, I'm ready. So call that person out so they can get you what you need. Make sense? Person's name, and I'm ready. You guys got any questions? We got about 3 or 4 more minutes for questions. Gotta have my YouTube folks shut down. I was trying to see where they are on the stream. Any questions? Anybody ready to get started? I know most people weren't able to jump back on, so I'm not sure. All right. Good deal, good deal, good deal. See, your business needs is online. Says you do get the Smart Money Kit at one time. Yes. So we had a few commenters on YouTube. I apologize, I didn't have the YouTube comment stream up. But that's it, man. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in. What you want to do is get back in touch with whoever shared this video with you, whoever invited you to tonight's webinar, and go ahead and get this thing rocking. Says, I enjoyed this webinar. I'm starting tomorrow after I get off work through Myra. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So that is Keenan. So appreciate you. Welcome to the team. Super excited to have you. This thing could work for anybody who wants to work it. Again, the best thing about what we do is whether you can build it as a business or not, you can still build generational wealth because of the education. Because of the education, you can build this thing, whether you actually want to build a business and make a strong residual income for yourself, or if you just want to take your time and just get these strategies applied in your life, they're going to work for you. Anybody else before we go? I want to make sure that whoever invited you out, they know that you're ready, and so they'll know to follow up with you. And I guess we don't have to know either. So if you're ready and you remember who invited you out, then go ahead and make sure you touch bases with those people. I got a couple of hands raised. So if you got your hands raised and you got questions, just go ahead and type your questions. Sometimes the hand raised was accidental. So I'm going to lower your hand, but if you got a question, then go ahead and just ask your question. All righty. Good deal, good deal. So again, I am H. Cortez, also known as the financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur. Appreciate you guys for coming out. We weathered the technical difficulties as a storm, and we got through it, and I appreciate you guys for hanging out. So until I talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it, but more importantly, you deserve it. Peace out, y'all.